Well, are we about to have that uncomfortable talk? Yeah, we're about to have it. We're about to have it because, man, you're about to see something. You're about to see something that's not going to pop up a lot on the internet anymore. You're not about to see those comments. Oh, man, these guys are still going to win. No. They might. They're going to win some. But it looks a lot different. In 2 days, I said I was going to give them some leeway and wait a little bit. But in 2 days, yeah, we see it. It's obvious. It's very obvious. And I want to make this very clear. It's not a bad thing. It's not a negative. And I'll explain. They took scope away. And everyone said, oh, these young guys and everything, they're going to still dominate. It looked different after day one, and it sure looked different on day two. Big time different on day two. Now, a lot of guys aren't going to understand this. And I don't even know how to explain it because they just, when you don't know, you don't know. So I feel sorry for most of these guys, like a lot of these people, not fishermen, not the guys on the elites, but everyone else. I feel sorry for you that doesn't understand this. Fishing is hard. I tried to explain this to everyone. I've been saying this for 3 or 4 years now. If you take scope away, you won't be as good. You won't be as good. And what do I mean by being as good? I want to define this. It's not that you can't catch fish. All these guys can catch fish. I've been saying this forever. Everyone can catch fish. Catching fish is not the hardest thing in the world. Millions of people do it every single day without scope. Okay? And this isn't a bash on scope thing. I went yesterday and practiced for an event. I scoped like 75% of the time, right? Because we're allowed to use it in the event I'm fishing. But what I've always said is this. It made fishing easier yesterday. Way easier. It made it way more easier for me to catch a lot of fish. I catch a lot more fish with scope than without scope. No doubt. But here's the difference. Fishing is hard. It was always kind of supposed to be hard. It was supposed to be hard in fishing tournaments. It was supposed to be hard when you have to fish certain times of the year against certain people. My claim has always been this. You got the best fishermen in the world fishing the elites and the BPT. And you have guys that all of a sudden came into the sport kind of dominating everyone. There's no doubt about it. They were beating everyone. You can't compete with these guys when there's scope around. And I said that it would look different. It would look different. Would you still be on the elites? Maybe. You probably wouldn't now because if you took it away, almost everyone's using it now. So it's all good. Like maybe you still be there. But it's going to look different when you go fish against some guys in the elites that haven't been using it for all that time. And it looks different already. And it's going to look different throughout the entire year. Now, what does that mean? You see it on day one. Day one, this is the part that's hard to explain to people. If you've never fished a 3 or 4 day event, you don't get this. If you've never gone up against the guys that are on the elites, you won't get this. I fished against quite a few of them in Opens and Toyotas over the years. And what you see is you had to make an adjustments. I'm not watching the event. I watched a little bit of it, but like I said, I went fishing yesterday. I'm just looking at the results. The results look totally different. When you don't have scope, you're going to have to do one thing. Almost always. Now, you can win an event without doing this. Maybe once a year. Maybe once a year someone will win an event without making an adjustment. But you're going to have to make adjustments. I saw Hackney do an interview. He said, yeah, man, I caught them all on a red eye on day one. I went through the entire area and never had a bite. He made a switch. He changed. Ended up catching them, made the cut. He's not in the top 10 or anything, but he made the cut. He made a small adjustment. Without that adjustment, he might have done really, really bad. And he'd probably tell you he'd probably do really, really bad. And there's nothing wrong with doing really, really bad. We all did really, really bad in normal fishing. The best fisherman in the world can do really bad. Always made this comment. Always made this one statement. That Tiger Woods, when he was playing the best golf of his life, on his worst day, you could never beat him. You can never beat Tiger Woods. On his worst day and your best day, you could never beat Tiger. His bad day beats your best day every day. But I can pick a guy off the street, a guy off the lake, who fishes a little bit, and put him against Kevin Van Dam when he was on his highest streak, and you could beat Kevin. Maybe not a lot, but you could beat Kevin. You could. You could land on a school of fish. You could do a lot of things. You could beat him. Now, over the year, he's going to beat you. But you could beat him at least one event. What does that mean? Yes, you can roll up on some fish and beat someone. But also, it's still fishing, right? You still have to rely on the fish to bite and do some things so you can get beat. And there's nothing wrong with having bad tournaments. This isn't I texted someone and he was like, hey, man, it's one event, slow your roll. Some of the old guys didn't do very well. It's not about the old guys doing very well. That's the point. It's not about the old guys doing good or bad. We're used to guys doing bad. That's the thing. I'm used to looking at leaderboards and watching guys not catch limits. I'm used to that. I'm used to fishing a tournament and not doing good. I'm used to trying to figure out how to catch a limit or weighing in one fish or three fish. Everyone that fishes tournaments is used to that. And it's okay. It's okay to have bad events. It's okay to have good events. So it wasn't so much about the old guys doing good or bad. It was about the young guys having events where they didn't do that great, right? They couldn't look at their scope and all of a sudden make that back up. That's fishing. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. I've always said, it will look different. What does it matter? I'm going to get into the whole talking because if I have to, this is going to be a long year. I'm going to have to listen to every one of these young guys on social media talk about, oh, look, man, it's not better to watch. I want to see all this stuff. Okay, great. We had 4 or 5 years of the old guys complaining, and now we're going to get 4 or 5 years of the young guys complaining. It's the same thing. They're going to be complaining about the same thing they got mad at the other guys complaining about. For me, I love what's going on, but this is going to be a total disaster. It's going to be a total disaster for the fishing tournament. I've already seen some stuff going on locally that's going to be, it's going to be bad. It's going to get worse. And I'll explain. I'll get in another video and explain all that. My entire thing was this. My number one thing was I got tired of these guys. I don't care about watching coverage. I didn't watch it. I'll get into the whole fishing is boring. Watching fishing is, for the most part, boring. I don't care what they're doing. There's a couple little things that aren't boring. Like watching a topwater bite or watching a frog bite. If you're getting up close and doing some stuff, it's pretty fun to watch. Most of the time, watching guys fish is boring because most guys are not interesting in catching a fish. We've seen it 1,000 times. There's a whole thing to get into all that. They're not going to fix that overnight. I don't care what they do. So watching some guy fish for 8 hours, whether he catches them or not, is not the most exciting thing in the world. Whatever. They go up smallmouth fishing all the time and catch freaking hundreds of them, and I get tired. You caught another, that's the 50th 4-pounder you've caught. Awesome. If you're catching 4-pounders, it's the most fun thing ever. But watching it, whatever. My thing was this. These young guys, over time, will get good at fishing without scope. They will, just like all of us did. It took us some time, right? You had to adjust and you had to do some things. I don't think they'll do it as fast. I think it'll be even harder because half the time you're still going to be doing scope. It's hard to get good at something when you only do it half the time, right? Back in the day, without scope, guys fished 100% of the time without it. It's hard to get good at something now, even if you only do it half the time. So it's going to take a long time, right? But it's okay. It's not a big deal. My whole thing was this. You're the top 100 guys in the country. Being in the top 100 of anything in the country is a freaking big deal. It's awesome. It's a big thing. And then if you're the top 10 guys in the country, year after year, you're up here. You're so high up here, it's crazy, right? But if you're 30th, still 30th in the country, big deal. But it's different. It's different. You're not being talked about as the best fisherman in the world. You're not, and that's the thing. Is that it's going to show now that it's hard to be up here. It's hard, even down here. It's gonna look different now. It's gonna look different, and I think people I think they're afraid of it. And I think this is the best format. I think showing who's good with it and showing who is not as good with it. Not that they can't catch fish, but there's a difference. When it's on, when they have it, they're going to be up here. When they don't, they're going to be back to normal. That's what it's going to show. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But there's not, like, I don't care about the watching TV, about all that stuff. I don't, man, like, whatever. I'm not going to get into that because I'm not watching it. I'm fishing too much to watch guys fish. I don't find it that interesting, right? It just, the one thing was just listening to guys talk about how good these guys are and the amount of arguments I got into it and going, hey, man, it's not that they're not good, but I don't think they're as good as you think they are. They can be with time. I think they can be. But I just think over the years, I've seen it, man. You don't get that many Kevin Van Dams or Jacob Wheelers or any of that. And it might be Bank Shaw. I don't know. It might be him. You don't see that young guy coming in there and dominating. It happens like once every 10 to 20 years. You don't have 300 of them show up overnight in the last 2 years. That's all I'm saying. And it's not a knock on them. I want to repeat that because some people think it is. No, it's just I always said, and I've been out on a limb a little bit because I've been publicly saying it. And I'm like, it's going to look different. And I said, if it doesn't, I'll come on here and apologize. After 2 days, I'm not having to apologize. It looks different. And no one can deny that.